Just wanted to take a few minutes to break down the digital book assignment. That way you understand exactly what is going to be expected of you through every step of this process. Now, the big thing I want you to understand is that I'm giving you 6 weeks to do this assignment. If you follow along with the pacing guide that I give you in the classroom, you will be just fine. It seems like a big project up front, but it's going to be broken down into much more manageable chunks, and you are going to be able to be successful in this assignment. But let's go over the expectations. The first thing I want you to know is what you are doing. You're going to be exploring a topic that originates in the past, reveals itself in fiction across time, and still resonates in the modern world. You will be writing a paper about the connections between past and present for your topic choice, and will also be turning the information into a digital book project that will serve as your semester exam grade in this course. So here are your objectives. Here's what you're going to be doing throughout this project. You're going to research information about your topic. You're going to evaluate information to determine if it's credible or not and how useful it will be for your paper or book. You're going to incorporate elements of MLA style in writing and documentation. You're going to analyze literature related to the topic, make connections between past and present, find as well as create multi-genre artifacts to represent key learning and demonstrate the ability to embed images, hyperlinks, audio, and other items to create a multimedia experience. So I'm going to break this down for what you will be expected to do each week. In week 1, you're going to be required to select a topic. That is going to be the first thing you do. So what you'll need to do is you need to select a topic that interests you the most, and you're going to stick with this topic for the entire project. You're going to go to the topic choice chart, and you're going to select one of 7 topics that are available. Select are British imperialism, race, early 20th century class struggles, industrialization, poverty and child labor, mental health, opioids, 19th century England, or women's issues, early 20th century. So you will complete the assignment, and there's links within this home-based document, but they're also in the classroom. You'll select whatever topic appeals to you the most, but I highly suggest that you look at the questions that are here to guide your research, the stories you'll be able to read. That way you know that this is something that will keep you engaged for 6 weeks. As you complete the assignments throughout the weeks, you're going to see in each Dropbox a video that gives specific directions on each portion of the assignment, or each portion step of the assignment that you'll have to complete throughout this project. So I highly recommend that you watch those videos in order to be successful on each assignment for this project. Then, once you select your assignment, you are going to be completing an annotated bibliography. So you're going to use the black font research questions that you find in the middle column of the topic choice chart. So these questions right here are going to guide your research. Okay, you want to dig in and learn more about your topic. You're going to need to write 2 well-constructed paragraphs that communicate background information about the overall topic. You will be deciding as you research. So what are the most important main ideas about this topic and that I should share with my readers in order to educate them about the topic? Okay, so when you're doing this, you're going to be creating those well-constructed paragraphs. But only for this assignment, and this is due Friday 3/22, is you are going to just be doing that research and completing the assignment. So how this is going to work is each week, let's go back to our main page here. Each week, you will see that it's broken down into several steps. So starting with week 12, after you've done the annotated bib, what you'll be doing for weeks 12 and 13 is the first 3 days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you are going to be developing your paragraphs. So For example, you will be developing your body paragraph or background paragraphs for this assignment or this essay. Now, I am not collecting this right now. I have the outline in here as a guide for you, but you will be expected to write full paragraphs. And when you use this resource, it's really going to help you organize your ideas. So I highly recommend that you use the resources I give you in the classroom to develop this. But you want to make sure that you are done writing these background paragraphs by Wednesday of week 12. Then the second half, so Thursday and Friday, you'll be completing the literature analysis notes assignment. Okay, so you're going, why fiction? Well, first, because it's a British literature class, and more importantly, because writers use fiction to expose us to ideas that we might otherwise feel uncomfortable about. Fiction helps us to step back and look at things differently, take things a little less personally, to be willing to consider the points of view of others. So sadly, we sympathize with fictional people and situations more readily than we do with real people in the real world. Therefore, you are asked to read and analyze a work of fiction that relates to your topic. Okay, so you're going to select one of the stories that are over here. So if you're doing women's issues, you have to pick one of these stories that relate to women's issues, for example. Okay, so you will just be collecting your information about and analyzing and taking notes for this assignment. Then in week 13, again, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll be writing your literary paragraphs for this essay. And then you'll move on to the next portion of the project from Thursday and Friday, and you'll be analyzing current events. So, for the current events, you will need to find 3 current news events articles that reveal how this topic is still relevant in our modern world. And when I say current, I say within the last year or so. You're ultimately going to choose one of the best articles to summarize and comment on in your paper. So you're going to write 2 paragraphs. One's going to be a summarization of what you read, and 2 is going to be commentary. So you're going to draw those comparisons between then and now. What are you noticing? What are those next steps or solutions that you can propose? All right. Then in week 14, that's when it all comes together. You should have been writing your paragraphs for your literary analysis and your background information on weeks 12 and 13. So in week 14, the only things you should be doing are writing your intro and intro and concluding paragraph and your current news events paragraphs. All right, what I've done here is I have lots of resources in this week. I have an outline that you can follow. That way you know that you have the organization that you need. I'm going to have essay help, writing the paper, need help creating a title. If you don't know how to create an MLA format, it's here in the classroom. But make sure that you are taking advantage of all these resources that are available. And then that Dropbox will be open on April 18th. And that is when this essay is due, and it's worth 75 points. You're going to need to make sure that you watch the video of the essay explanation, because I break down exactly what my expectations for you on this digital book essay. Okay, so once we get done with that, you're going to write that formal paper, and then you're going to assemble the book project. So the book project is going to be due Monday, May 6th, and it's worth 100 points. This is your semester exam grade. And you're going to be repurposing your research and work into a new format. I give you a slide template here, and that's going to really help you develop this. When you get to week 15 here, this is where when we call it the digital book, March 18th to April 26th and beyond, that's the beyond part, because it's not due. I'm giving you April 23rd to the 26th to work on this, but you're going to have an additional week to work on the assignment as we begin the 20th century unit. Now, in the digital book unit, you're going to see a video here. I took a lot of time explaining what you need to do specifically for this digital book project. Take time to watch the video. I give you lots of tips. I break down everything that you need to do for this. There's also artifact samples in here, and of course, there's the digital book template. Now, if you have any questions at all as you are completing this project, please don't hesitate to reach out. There's a lot of good information in the classroom, but you need to take your time and make sure you stay caught up with the work. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.